Questions for reflection. Our first reading is more of the Apostle Paul's instruction to the Thessalonian Christians about the way of life, which is essential to what it means to be a Christian. Before they were called Christians in Antioch, and you can read this in Acts chapter 11, the early followers of Jesus Christ were often referred to as the Way. The Apostle Paul, in recounting his own conversion, speaks of having persecuted this way. That's Acts 22. Prior to his encounter with the risen Lord on the road to Damascus. This expression, the Way, reveals a profoundly important aspect of the understanding of the early Christians. They believed and proclaimed that the Christian faith was to be expressed in a new way of living. It still is. In these few verses, we hear some excellent advice from St. Paul, and it applies to us today. We're asked to live quietly. Now, this doesn't mean we must be silent about the gospel or secretive about our faith. It means rather than seeking constant attention and entertainment, we should be humble and industrious. We should mind our own business. In this way, we earn respect and admiration, and will attract many more people to the Lord and into the body of Christ. In short, we need to live Christianity as a way of life once again. We're called into the world to continue the redemptive mission of Jesus Christ until He returns. We're invited through our baptismal vocation to live the entirety of our lives differently. In so doing, we invite our neighbors by word and witness to consider the truth of the faith we proclaim. Today's responsorial psalm describes all of nature testifying to the majesty of God. And of course it does. Who else but the living God can raise mountains, craft forests, carve canyons, and fill the seas? Only God has the power to set stars in the heavens and the universe in motion. When we look to nature, let us see God's handiwork and admire it with thanksgiving and joy. Let us join the chorus of the psalmist David and sing a new song to Yahweh. Our gospel reading for today's Holy Mass is the parable of the talents. In the time of Jesus the Christ, talents were units of money worth about 50 pounds of gold. The two trustworthy servants used their talents for their master's service and profited. But the third servant was lazy and did not invest the talent entrusted to him, and so he was punished. We should easily see ourselves in this parable. Each of us given talents from God. Each of us has been given gifts to give to others. Each of us has been given resources to use wisely and to share. It's important to note that our talents, gifts, and resources all came from and belong to God. It is our duty to use them in His service. And when we do, they are multiplied. Consider how you might use your talents, gifts, and resources for the Lord and the spreading of His kingdom. Can you help your parish community? Can you reach out to the poor in all their manifestations, physical, emotional, or spiritual? Remember the corporal works of mercy? Look them up in the Catholic Catechism. Find some way to invest these talents, gifts, and resources with the Lord. He's the great giver. He gave His only Son. He calls us to give ourselves back to Him. And on the day when the Lord returns, we will be rewarded.